Hello everyone, I'm Troublesome Trucks and welcome to our weekly Tuesday Crash City episode. Today it is a Crash City requested episode number 97, and this is a request by Scarlowy and Friends, the complete series, who's been laying out a good variety of requests for us. And today we have Team Crane Engine versus Team Real Life Engines. So Team Crane Engine has Harvey, Carly, and Kevin. Against Team Real Life Engine, we have Flying Scotsman, Stepney, and Steven. It'll be the best out of 7 rounds, so time to rock on with round 1. Okay, for round 1, we will have Flying Scotsman go first for Team Real Life Engine, Harvey for the Cranes, Stepney for the Real Life Engines. Now we have Kevin. Stepney gets taken out by his own teammate Flying Scotsman. Kevin heads for Harvey, but doesn't quite get there. Carly is last one out. And realize there's a lot of yellow engines. Kevin, Steven, and Carly. Stepney is kind of, I guess, I don't know if he is yellow or brown, but kind of a mix. But we have Steven pushing Kevin and Harvey behind Flying Scotsman. Carly going around. All engines go pretty big, and Crane makes her even taller. I think that's it. This might be her first Crash City. I'm not sure, but actually we have only 1 engine down and 5 engines still going, and everything looks pretty peaceful. Harvey and Steven seem to be getting away with their pushing. Carly is kind of getting closer to Steven and Kevin to Steven closer to Harvey and Flying Scotsman. We might need to break out the sabotagers right away. This looks like it might be a tough battle. Oh, Flying Scotsman, his wheel looked like it was going to jump the rails, but I think he recovered it. So, sabotagers in round 1, that's pretty new, but just hold off a minute, but I think it's probably going to be inevitable. It looks like the blocks on the first loop are also sliding away from the track, so that could cause problems. Alright, well, let's have the first sabotager go. And, oh, it looks like might actually get hit with Flying Scotsman. Oh, Flying Scotsman's fallen over. Steven's the only one left of his team. Real Life Engines. Sabotager just got hit right. Oh no, Steven! Flying Scotsman was still blocking the tracks and derailed Steven. Kevin managed to get through, but for the first round we have all 3 engines of Team Crane Engine still going. That is wild. That was a really long round, so it might be a long episode, but hopefully action will still be somewhat there. But Team Crane Engine starting out very strong. I guess even if one of them fell off the tracks, they could put themselves back on the tracks because they're crane engines and all. But I guess Kevin and Carly weren't used to be crane engines, but now they are. But regardless, let's just go on to round 2. Okay, round 2 is in motion. We got Carly the Crane going first, followed by Steven the Rocket, Kevin from the Steamworks, Big Brother Flying Scotsman. Oh, good goodness, Carly just powered through Kevin. Flying Scotsman eliminates Steven. And finally, Stepney goes out. And Flying Scotsman might just, clip Stepney. Doesn't take him down, though. 1 engine from each team down. Kevin for Crane and Steven for Real Life. Harvey's caught up to Flying Scotsman, pushing him around. Stepney is steaming around and might collide with the back of Harvey. Carly basically on her own. Only 6 engines, so might be a little bit slower than the usual 8, but definitely a lot slower than when we had like 16 engines. That was crazy, but yeah, Harvey is stuck between Stepney and Flying Scotsman. But he does not seem to be, no one seems to be in any real danger. Just as I say that, Stepney topples to the ground. Hit the points wrong and fell off the tracks. Now, Flying Scotsman, the only one left. Crane Engines, once again, have the advantage. But I think we're gonna... Flying Scotsman. He does not like that curve. That's like the second time I've seen him almost hop the rails. But he's gone away with it so far, but I think we're going to need the Sabotagers once again to see if they can cause some chaos and hopefully play it fair, because they kind of targeted Flying Scotsman last time, but they kind of control themselves. So Flying Scotsman again have a rough time. Alright, Sabotager the first going out. It looks like Carly might collide with them, and oh yeah, just a little nudge. Change the point, move that block out of the way, and Sabotager, oh, Sabotager eliminates Carly the Crane, and they're to have a front wheel off going around, and don't quite collide with Harvey, and they're stuck on the tracks. What's going to happen? Flying Scotsman tip in of Sabotager's blocked, and Harvey and Flying Scotsman rear end them, and it's a traffic jam. The engines are stuck because they cannot get past the Sabotagers, so it looks like Flying Scotsman's stuck and then Harvey's behind him, so I logically assume that Harvey was the last one going since he was at the back, so looks like the Crane engines are going to take 2 wins in a row. Team Real Life Engine having a little bit of trouble getting going, but hopefully they can gain some traction soon. Have to wait and see. Round 3 is up next. Okay, and away we will go. Harvey, the Crane engine, going first. He is quite a competitor. Usually a pretty tough one to knock down. He's kind of a bit bulky with that crane arm. Just barely avoids colliding with Carly. Oh, Steven and Stepney knock each other down. That's a bad start. And Flying Scotsman, once again, is the only member of his team left against 3 of the Crane engines. With any luck, with so many of them going around, they might knock each other off. Kevin and Carly look like they were heading for it. Everyone's in jeopardy. They're pretty spaced out, but Kevin and Flying Scotsman and Harvey and Carly are getting pretty close. Who's going to fall out first? And Kevin and Flying Scotsman's down. Oh my goodness, the Crane engines. It's very rare that... So we have so many engines going still, and even rarer that they're all on the same team. It already happened in the first round, but another round for Crane engines dominating. Real Life engines just knocking each other down and leaving up to Flying Scotsman and Crane engines. Guess this is a really one-sided match. Crane engines already on 3 points, 1 more win, and the competition will be over for them, but wow. What a strong team. We'll have to have them go up against some other and see if they can be dethroned, assuming they win. We'll see if the Real Life engines can make a comeback, but it's going to take a bit, but I think they might have it. So let's go on to round 4. Alright, final chance to see if the Real Life engines can get a point on the board before the Crane engines just carry the day. Hopefully they can get at least 1 point on the board in this competition. I bumped the track, but Kevin and Harvey collided and knocked each other down. Now Carly is the sole member of her team. Trying to get that, but Stepney going, oh, just misses. About to catch up to Flying Scotsman, Carly, and might be going for Flying Scotsman. Stepney's going for an attack. Oh, and takes her out, but also sacrifices himself. But we still got Steven and Flying Scotsman remaining. Good job, Stepney. Carly's a pretty tough one to take down her size, but Stepney managed it, and now everyone's off the tracks. Guess it doesn't matter anyway, but yes, Real Life engines managed to get on a point on the board. Might be too little too late because they need to win all the remaining rounds in order to win, but it's a good start. We'll see if they can keep it up. Round 5 is inbound. Alright, round 5. Let's see if the Real Life engines will continue their winning streak. We got Stepney off first, who seems to be racing around. Then we got Carly, followed by Flying Scotsman, might collide with Stepney, and excuse me, they're both okay. I made sure Kevin can get on the track, and Steven, and finally Harvey. Everyone seems to be pretty well and spaced out, but It's actually kind of nice to see them all going around, but it doesn't last long. Steven flies with Flying Scotsman. Oh, Stepney took the points wrong. Is off the track. Steven's falling over. Oh my goodness, not again. Oh, wow. The crane engines all still puffing along. Oh, goodness. Well, I didn't Harvey derailed Kevin, but goodness, that still... crane engine still all going around. That puts them at 4 points on the board. Only 2 rounds left. Real life engines cannot catch up. They held off their winning streak for a little bit, but in the end it was unavoidable. And the crane engines take the victory, but we'll still have the remaining 2 rounds to see if the real life engines can make a bigger statement. Alright, for the remaining consolation rounds, Harvey goes first. Next up is Steven. And there is Carly, as well as Flying Scotsman. Carly and Harvey knock each other. Oh, they're both still blocking the track. Oh no, not again. Steven and Flying Scotsman collide. And finally, Stepney, last one out. Oh my goodness, Kevin and Stepney get past. Now, Carly and Harvey knocked each other down, and they were both still on the track, but sideways. Don't usually see that. They usually fall off all the way off, but engines keep crashing into their own teammates. Guess they can't really like stop or back up away from them, but a common thing that seems to be happening. Stepney again, he just does. His wheels do not go over the points well, and he's trying to recover. He's having a rough go at it. He's still chugging along, skipping around. Kevin still going, and Stepney. Oh, and the cross track was where he bit the dust. Kevin holding on, continuing the crane engine's legacy. We have now 5 points total for them. I think this is one of the biggest leads engines have ever had. We'll see if crane engines can get the final win, or if it'll go to the real life engines. Round 7, finale round. Alright, and the final round. How will this whole thing conclude? We got Kevin off first, as well as Steven, Harvey as well, and Cheerful Stepney from the Bluebell Railway, Carly, and oh goodness, we got, oh goodness, oh my goodness, everyone. Stepney's down, Steven's on his side, Carly and Harvey have collided. Flying Scotsman's stuck, he's on the cross track, Kevin's about to rear end him. Oh my goodness, he's gone. And Harvey's still halfway on the track, but Kevin is still chugging around. And there goes Harvey. Kevin, 2 rounds in a row he's been going. He got the final point, and now he's just shoving Steven around. Oh, and Steven's gone. Man, destroying an antique like that don't damage his crown. Goodness, Kevin. Wow. And the crane engine's domination streak continues as they take the final point. But let's get them in the middle for a final recap and photo shoot as well. And the winners of this competition are real life engines. I'm just sorry, but crane engines are the ones who actually took this, and a pretty big lead too. Final score was 6 for the crane engines and 1 for the real life engines. I only had a couple that usually it's a lot closer, but 2 or 3 times it's been 6-1. Haven't had a 7-0 competition yet, but probably at some time. But like to see the crane engines go up against another team at some point. But for now, the Kevin, Harvey, and Carly will be the winners of today, beating Flying Scotsman, Steven, and Stepney. Finally decided to get the fame and spotlight because real life engines have been taking it up, but now these guys are the winners and getting their time in the spotlight, so good job to them. Good try, real life engines, but just didn't quite have it, so good job, crane engines, and yeah, it was a crazy performance. So thank you everyone for watching. This is Troublesome Truck signing out, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya. Goodbye.